Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here. What I got for you today is a review of the new JJRC H6D. Now, what's special about the H6D? Well, if you look at the back of this thing, it has a little antenna. This quadcopter and a camera in front, 2-megapixel camera, but this quadcopter, because of this antenna, has 5.8 gigahertz FPV. It's an all-in-one system. It comes with a receiver and screen. Its advertised range is 200 meters. Now, I find that kind of hard to believe because you're not going to be able to see this past about 60 meters or so, 70 meters. So if you're flying out to 200 meters, you're definitely going to have to use this screen to probably maintain control of the quadcopter just to be able to see it. Let's go into flight with it today. Some quick overview of the features of the transmitter. Here's the lights control. Here's the flip button. You can enter one key return by pressing down this button, or enter headless mode also with this button. Video control is here, and if you want to take a photograph here, if you want to change the speeds, the rates, you press this button here, or you can fine tune it by turning the little knob here also. And finally, if you can fly either mode 1 or mode 2 by pressing this button here. Let's go into flight, demonstrate the camera. Demonstrate the FPV. I'm flying today before the sun gets a little too high in the sky, and the main reason being I want to be able to see the screen on this little quadcopter. So I'm binding it, turning on the receiver, and we do have a signal. Let me bind it first just to show you that we do have a signal. I don't know if that's coming through for you folks on the screen here. Actually, it's a little dark out here today because of the sun being low, but maybe it'll look better up in the sky. Let's see, I'm just going to do a hand toss today. Enjoy the flight. Entered into flip mode right away. Okay, let's bring it in. Yeah, it's too dark to see this. Maybe if I send it up higher. Oh, there we go. Which way is the wind coming from my back here? Can you see that, folks? Well, darn it. I think they're right about this 200 meters. It's up pretty darn high. Here, I'm going to bring it in. And what I want to do is start the video. 1, 2, 3. Video. It's taking video right now. And I want to go to a lower rate. What rate am I in right now? 70, 100, 50. And I'm reducing the rate. Bringing in close. That's good. Nice and slow now. It was too high a rate. And we'll go out in the field here and fly it around. First thing I want to do is see about that 200 meters. Will it go to the end of the field? No. 200 meters, I'm about 80 meters or where it dropped. So that is not true about this quadcopter. You don't have control for 200 meters. You do have, you may have video control out to 200 meters, but actual flight control of the quadcopter appears to be about 80 meters. Well, that's good to know. That's the first thing you test. I'm getting snow on it. As I get closer here, I should be able to see it. It dropped out here somewhere. Now it's painted black. I hope I don't have a hard time trying to find it. I'm looking for it. Where are you at? There you are. Yeah, we're about 80 meters. So that's the actual range of this thing. It's not 100 meters or 200 meters. Let's go for another flight. Everything's working, tossing. Let's just do some FPV flying. It does look good on the screen. I can send it up higher, I guess. Oh, there we go. Now I'm starting to see things. The sun's getting a little bit higher. Let's fly around the field here. I'm going up a little higher in rate too. So this is a quadcopter. That's good for flying in a field like this size, soccer field. You can do some FPV flying. But it's not 200 meters range as advertised, although the FPV system is probably possible to go out to 200 meters. Let's send it up high, right there. And now I'm seeing, the horizon. I don't know if you're seeing that too, folks. And let me bring it down for a second because I want to do a quick gyro calibration. It seems to have a slight backward drift that I'm fighting, usually for JJRC products and WL toy products. All you need to do is that. And let's go up and rate. That's better. So again, let's go up higher. And there's what I'm seeing up in the sky. So if you want to get a view of your neighborhood, this will do it. Real-time view. I'm flying right overhead. Starting to get a low battery indication now. So, the JJRC H6D. See if I can see myself. There I am. I'm recording this whole video, so this whole flight. I'm going to stop the video right now, though, so we can have some battery power left to do other things. Okay, video is stopped. I want to go on the higher rate. 50. Oh, that was one key return. I accidentally pressed that one key return. Good morning, Quadcopter 101. This is part 2 of my review of the JJRC H6D, the FPV version of the H6. This morning I did an initial flight with this quadcopter, and this was advertised with 200 meter range, but I believe that 200 meter range refers to the actual video from the transmitter. The quadcopter's actual control range was only about 80 meters, but that was more than sufficient for this little quadcopter. This quadcopter gets hard to see out at about 60 meters. So 80 meters is more than sufficient for this. But with that in mind, I really didn't get a good chance to demonstrate the FPV capability of this because the landscape, I was flying very early in the morning, and the landscape was not really lit up very well. It did not show up very well in this camera. Now, keeping in mind this is a little 60, 80 meter quadcopter. It's more of a park flyer, and that's what I'm at today, is a little park to try and attempt to fly this little quadcopter around here and do some close-in FPV flying. So let's go do it. Hope you enjoy this flight. Okay, although I'm in the shade and the landscape's lit up very brightly, it's still kind of hard to see this. I can see the signal, but it's still very hard to see this screen in the daylight. I'm under in a shady area here in a picnic area, and if you look, I don't think you can see it either. I do have signal, but it's very, very dark. I wish there was a way with these screens to increase the brightness on these screens. They're just not bright enough, you know, for even in daylight or even early in the morning. It's just too dark of a screen. The only way this really works is if you put your face right up to it and cut out all light entirely. I don't know if you can see that or not, folks, but that's what the screen looks like on this camera. Okay, let's go for a flight. And I'm going to put this up close to your close to the camera, with the hope that you'll be able to see this. So, turning on the transmitter, binding it to the quadcopter, and we're going to go let's pick about a rate of about 30. And let's go for a flight. And we'll fly it around the park. Again, I'm not seeing much on this screen. Let's see what the flight capability of this quadcopter is. Let's take it up to a higher rate. I'm going to bring it in for a second. We'll go up to high rate and we'll fly it around the area in high rate and see how this flies. Okay, I'm at 50%. Okay, 80% should be fine. Let's see how this flies at 80%. Well, it is a nimble quad at 80%. I'm going to go out a little bit into the field here. I give up trying to see this screen in the daylight here. It just is not viewable. But it is a nimble flyer. Let me bring it in and hand toss it once. Let's see if this can be hand tossed. Here we go. Oh yeah, of course it can. Okay, where's the flip button on this thing? I didn't demonstrate flips. Everybody loves flips. Ooh. You can do, I bet you can do barrel rolls too. Are you still flyable? Oh yeah. Let's get away from this structure here. We'll go a little bit over here. Get away from things. But it's a nimble park flyer. I'll give you that. Now this morning I demonstrated the video. Right now, I tried to demonstrate the FPV. The only way that FPV is going to work is if you put something over that screen. Maybe cardboard. But I can't see this screen in daylight. I just can't. In the shade or what? And that's true for most of these FPV quads. The screens are just too dark in daylight. You really need something like goggles. And I wish they came out with cheap goggles for these. I got a wind in my face here. By the way, this is a fun flyer in its own right. Almost hit that pole. Just a fun little flyer. I'm looking at the screen again. I still can't see it in this daylight. I'm sorry, folks. I can see a picture there if I give it nose up pitch. But here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's bring it in a little close, then do a nose up pitch. You can't see that. I know you can't see that with the camera. But all in all, great little fun flyer. And this does come with a camera version, camera only. You know, even with the weight of the transmitter and with the weight of the camera, it's a nimble flyer. I wonder what it's like without a camera. I bet it'd be a fun flyer just in its own right. Boy, it's fighting the wind easily. The wind at my back here. Come on, I gotta get away from these trees. The way I fly, it's gonna end up in the tree. Very nimble flyer. How do you like our grass out here in drought-stricken California? Everything's brown out here, folks. I'm surprised these trees are still alive. Windy day flyer. Let's take it upwind. Which way am I pointing it? Oh. That's the wind, folks. And some more of the wind. Okay, it flips great. Very maneuverable. Camera's okay. Let's turn on the camera real quick one time here if I still got enough power. Let's find out. Yeah, I do. Camera, video. Hi there, folks. And that kills the battery. Okay, that's the end of the flight. So what have we learned of the JJRC H6D? Range is actually 80 meters control range. Video range might be 200 meters as advertised. Unfortunately, just as with all of these FPV flyers, it seems that come with the screen, it's very hard to see that video in daylight. And even early in the morning. I tried to do it early in the morning. It was still hard to see. Very nimble flyer. Does flips real well. Fun little flyer, actually. So if you're just want to do acrobatic flying, it's a great quadcopter for that.